Okay, GWW, this is it. The famous final 4th grade project from Mr. Simmons' room. Backed by popular demand, although remotely delegated and done in your own house. This was also demanded by Nora Grunfeld, otherwise known as Rutherford. I am here to show you what this could look like. This project is called the Food Packaging Project. The idea of this project is that you will invent a food and you will design the package it comes in. Your design will come in a box that you make out of a single piece of paper. A single piece of paper. These are many of the examples of the different shapes you can make. This one was rather difficult. That is a heptagonal prism, twisted prism. Oh, the very famous waffle crispies. And of course, gummy dragons. Oh my gosh, on sale for $3.50. 13. 1 pound of gummies. 13 cents per ounce. Sugar fruity dots. This is, ooh, look at that. It's a hexagonal prism. Over here is something called Hummin' Chum Drums. Drum-shaped sweet snacks packed with protein, and the price is still only $7.99. Notice that all of these boxes have wonderful covers on them with their name in giant lettering. Fantastic chips. A picture of what the food looks like the gummy dragons. And a lot of other stuff. I'm going to send you an email attachment tonight, along with this video, all of the requirements for this project. I will show you that not only do they have a cover, like so, but then they also will have somewhere on the box the nutrition information. So for example, how many servings are in a container, the calories, the protein, the stuff that you would see on a normal box of something that you might get, whether it's frozen pizza bites or cereal. It will also have the ingredients listed. The ingredients in this one are Alaskan salmon, Egyptian ginger, cinnamon, Delaware sassafras, and galangal, or galangal, depending on how you pronounce it. The other requirements are certainly some sort of giveaway. In this one you can win some drum lessons. And this Gummy Dragons, you can win a Disney cruise. Get a trip with your family. It's kind of a strange thing to see a cruise these days. Habanero Taro arrows. This is the smallest box I've ever built. Pokey and hot and always hit the spot. Net weight down at the bottom, just like there would be in a real box. On the back, this is the giveaway. You can win a Pro Archer's equipment, a bow, an arrow, and a quiver. Send 3 box tops and $3.99 for shipping to 1816 Southwest Myrtle Street. Amaze your friends. Of course, the ingredients are there, and of course, all the nutrition information is there. It will also have some sort of pictures maybe of your ingredients. This is the galangal from Da Nang in Vietnam, and there's some Alaskan chum salmon and some organic Egyptian ginger, things like that. On the back, it also has the volume of the box. Of course, the volume of a heptagonal antiprism is rather complicated. However, if you look at the volume of, oh, I don't know, this thing over here, these organic sugary ninja toenails, bite size. The volume should be on the bottom of the top. This person may have neglected the volume. The volume on like prisms like this, like rectangular prisms, tends to be a little easier to figure out. It's just length times width times height. That would be any typical cereal box, whether it's the Waffle Krispies or the Rainbow Rock Candy or the Fantastic Chips. Those are much easier to make as well. The other thing you should have on your box is some trivia. And on this box right here, we have this trivia. Oh my gosh, it's very difficult. Can you name them? 5 and 5. 5 explorers named Juan and 5 forts on the Oregon Trail. And of course, I've included the answers on the back. Of course, you could probably freeze this and figure out the answers. What other questions might you have? Well, for one thing, how do you make these boxes? you have to design and draw an accurate mathematical net. The design for this box, which is called a vertical truncated square pyramid. These are my amazing Mattermorphs. There you go. There's the things you can get. Ooh, look at the gear you can get. Cool. Snow jacket. There's my ingredients: carbon, helium, inert argon, pistachio shells, newt liver, granite dust, lemon rind, cactus juice, and sesame. This thing right here was also difficult to make out of a single piece of paper, but that is the design for the box that I just showed you. Now, of course, I had to measure all these sides and the angles, and then I had to triple them or double them depending on the size of the piece of paper that I'm working with. I can and will deliver the paper to you should you choose to take on this project. Let's take a look at some other nets. I have a whole book of nets that I've used over the years because I always make one. Whoa, a trapezoidal prism. That's pretty freaky. Whoa, the twisted hexagonal prism. That is kind of like this thing. This is a twisted prism here. But the simpler nets, which are going to be much easier for you to do, would look something like this. So, for example, this is the net, a two-dimensional drawing of a three-dimensional object. Let's see if I can set this down, and perhaps you can. Well, this is probably the worst video I've ever made, but you know what? You're gonna love it. So this right here, I had to draw this to make sure that everything, all the squares were the same size, and then when I was ready, I could kind of turn these guys inwards like so. So can you see what I'm doing here? And turn these guys inward like so. And then, of course, this thing would eventually turn into, oh yeah, a cube, right? And so here is my cube that was just made out of a single piece of paper. That might be the way you design this cube right here. The pyramids that I have, this guy right here, the Piranha Pentapuffs, this is the design for that, which requires some serious measurement and some serious angle measurement. And then when you've gotten this all together like so, you can even make it a square pyramid if you want. Like, let's keep going over here, and then all of a sudden, boom, I have a square pyramid. One of the requirements of your box, obviously, is that it has at least 5 sides. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bottom would count as a side as well. So that is for the 5-sided or 6-sided pyramid would be this. And then this is what you would design for a cereal box. So I can move this a little back further here. So notice that this is one of the sides, and this is another side over here. This would be the front, and this would be the back, and then you'd have tops and bottoms. I will send you some other videos as we go along over the next couple weeks to show you how I'm actually measuring these and designing them. But your job actually right now is to start thinking about your project. To start thinking about, what am I going to invent for food? And so I'm going to send you this. This will come as an email attachment to an email from tonight. And there is a place on the front with all your checklists, all the things you have to have. The due date for this is Wednesday, June 17th, so 2 weeks from tomorrow. On the back of this is a great place, is a great place to start thinking about why your product is so awesome. Words you can use to make it sound delicious, be persuasive. A place to start thinking about the calories and servings and other things like that. This advice down here is hugely important. It says think a lot before you start. Do not start drawing stuff. Oh my gosh. Do rough sketches, do a rough draft, just like you would in anything that you wanted to make great. In order to do that, I've got this for you, which is just a place where you can just do some sketching. Of course, you can use your own piece of paper at home for that. And do some sketching and imagine what you're going to build. And then I have pieces of paper, one so that you can design the front of the box, and one so you can design the sides and other sides and the backs, etc. So I'll send all this to you. The last thing you need to know is that on Thursday and Friday, the last 2 days of school, the 18th and 19th, you will have 1 minute to present a commercial for your project. And so this is your commercial planner. Hi, my name is So, I don't know, Louisville, and my food is called poisonous rattlesnake bits, and then reasons it's special, and you want to talk about your giveaways and your ingredients and things like that, and tell us why you should buy them. Oh, by the way, it does say here your entry could win a prize in one of 7 categories. That's pretty awesome. So I will tell you more about this in other videos and in some other attachments as we go, but for now I'm going to leave you with this and kind of just a last picture of something you might want to think about as you think about your design. This box right here, very difficult, very difficult. Took me many hours. The cubes and the rectangular prisms like the rainbow rock candy and the fantastic chips, much easier to design, but you can do some pretty cool stuff. And then inside this person, oh look, they were figuring out their volume of this, and then they did some index cards. Do you ever get sick of sweets being bad for you? Well, try Sugar Fruity Knots. They're nutritious but delicious. They're yummy in your tummy. Buy one, get one free. So this person obviously thought about stuff, and then they had a great time presenting their commercial. Questions? Email me. You know how it works. I love you all. I can't wait to see what you build. Bye.